mentioned about City signing 9 new players. I think if they don't so, they have the right to do. But if I can say something on that, they played the Algerian league and then finished second. So if at all you want to introduce some new players to add to your team that already helped you to be second in the league, then maybe that can help you as well to strengthen your side. On our side, as you said, we have invited some players from other clubs as well, whom we have been training with in the past couple of weeks. And lately, very disappointingly, we saw a withdrawal of one of the players who was forced by his, I can say maybe parent club, not to join the team anymore. But to be frank enough, we won't leave without those players. So if I told you that withdrawal came at lately, part of our preparation, we have to take it in good faith because it's life in football, but that cannot jeopardize our preparation towards this whole game as well. So we also have include other players as well. Someone beside me is an experienced player whom we also invited in the team to help us in our preparation. Likewise, other players from other clubs. So the withdrawal of one or two players from our squad doesn't mean that we're going to put our heads down preparing anymore as we normally do in our matches, especially this international game. So at the moment too, they have something to our squad. We also have a little bit strength in our squad as well. So they included 9 players who were not part of their team during their league, which was recently finished. Maybe they will have other plans to boost their teams as well. But for us, we also did. But we did withdrawal of one of the players. I think it's nothing to us anyway. Yes, it's important for any team that you have to need to try and see if you can have as much as more information concerning that particular team. So we already knew that they finished second in their league, 8 points behind the winners as well. That's not a bad team. We also have been watching their videos and highlights in some of the matches they played in their league as well. Also, in their last Continental Cup as well. We also following their statistics in terms of the way they play as well. So that's the only way we can have information from them. Hence, we are here. But as far as networking is there nowadays, in whatever you're doing, that is also helping to know more about them. And I know that's the only thing also they have as a team to also know about fortune. So both of that, they're just trying to take advantage of what they can gather from the internet as well to prepare for each other. So those are the type of information that we gather concerning Amsterdam.
We have 2 more questions again.
Yes. Jane, you made mention of certain players with the team, and some of them have been withdrawn. This is an opportunity where we have to clear the air because this might be the last time that you will be facing the press before the game on Saturday. You have the addition of Ibrahim Osonga. His case is confirmed because he's here with the press right now. He's an absolute brilliant player, no-nonsense player, and of course he will add a lot to fortune come on Saturday. Now, aside from Ibrahim Osonga, who are the other players with fortune, and who is the player who has been withdrawn for us to clear the air before we go into the game on Saturday? Secondly, aside from the team that won the league, an absolute complete team, but if you want to be the best in Africa, you really need to get the best players to come into the family, integrate into the system to get a result. Now, we've seen these players coming in. How much of an importance do you think they will add to the team that won the league for you in this couple of times?
Yes, the first question you mentioned about the new players that we invited, and from a part of it, we also have our son from DK Milan, Mohamed Sawane, alias Momo from Tallinn United. We also have Babouka Cham from Sukuta, who was playing in Senegal. We also have Hausman, one-time player of Fox, who was also away. We also have the inclusion of Boubacar Tambedu and then Ali Ubari from Elite United. Those were the players that we invited to join the team because I have watched them play during the course of the league. Definitely their performance was convincing. It warranted me to select them to at least add strength to our team. So we decided to go to those teams to request for their loan transfer as well, or permanent transfers as well. So at the end of the day, we received some on loan transfer, especially Ali Ubari and then Boubacar Tambedu, who are players of Elite United to our knowledge because we have seen them playing for Elite United. So if at all we receive alarming messages or information concerning those 2 players that are relevant to say they are their players, then it's really surprising to us. So that was the route that was going on these past days. So and at the end of the day, Real said it's their players, and they wrote to us, and also Elite wrote to us again saying that they want the withdrawal of players from those players from our training. So we have to accept their proposal. So saddest news. I mean, if we can invite everybody and then Bubakar Tambir from Eli United to be part of Fortune, we are giving them the chance to expose them as well. And at the end of the day, anything that comes out of it is not for Fortune, it's for Elite. You understand? And I think we have part from the right channel, from the right thing, to invite them because we knew them as Elite players, not really value players. So if at all this arise at the latter part, it's surprisingly very sad. And I think we are all Gambians. You understand? We need to help each other when we come to situations like this. You understand? But I mean, this life in football, sometimes you have to expect the unexpected. But definitely, it's certain for me, especially who started with players during the course of the league. But that did not, I mean, stop us from what we were doing as a team. We'll continue, I mean, to see how best we can do it with the players that we invited and also the ones who were there for us when we won the league. You understand? So, and then again, inviting these players, I mean, will give us more strength because they have respective positions to play and for us in the team. And then when we invited them, we try to suit them in our way of play and also in our team. And if you can see, we have maybe two to three players who are part of our first 11 in preparation for this game. So you will see today that definitely we need their service as well. Even Bubakar Tambir was very instrumental in my match preparation and tactical preparation for this game. But again, we have players who were there with us training as well, who also play in the position. But to say it all down, I mean, it's okay for us now, although it's sad when we receive such late information from a big club trying to at least interfere in what we're trying to do because we are all Gambians, understand? But I mean, anyway, the confidence is still in the team with the inclusion of these players that we have already mentioned. We'll go ahead with what we have and then see where we will end up. Sure.
All right, thank you. Yes. Sobna is also with us. If you have any questions, yes, okay.
Yeah, so we can move the mics.
Yes.
So you are a professional player.
Your name and
My name is Idema Sonko, TV, a freelance journalist. You have been in the system for so long now, from under 17, under 20 to the national team. You know the system. You have been traveling with the national team to so many places. You have been with different coaches. With the kind of preparation you see in Fortune, how they prepare, are you sure that they can break the barrier and at least get a Gambian team into the group stages of the Confederation Cup or the Champions League?
Yeah, I can say that here because I have been in Gambia before, with Walidan before traveling for professional, and I have traveled with them before, in Algeria, other country, Benin and stuff. So to compare that before and now, when I joined Fortune, I can see that the intensity is even higher. To be honest, for me, I'm really surprised. When I joined Fortune, the training they are doing in the preparation. To be honest, I even say to the coach, because I was surprised though. The intent they are preparing to face Algeria. So that's so that they are ready. And through through the way we are setting the team, so we are preparing in different way, not only one formation. Like we see now we have players who are out, but still what I see through my experience, so you have another option because players are different. The way they play. So now if you have to use Tambelu, you have to use a system which will fit him. But if he is out, what I see, we have another plan which is can fit the other players who are there to replace them. So to be honest, I'm convinced that we're going to change. It's not going to be easy though. It's not like something we're going to say that it's very easy. What I see in the boys and with the coaches, we can suit them if we put on the hard work.
Okay, can you
yeah, just ask.
Yes, yeah. My name is Leo from Star TV. Yeah, we just want to add on my colleague Ibrahim so what is asking for because he has been the most dominated Ghanaian player from all level. And this is the first time he participating in this cup Champions League. You mentioned you have represented Ghana so many occasions on this team in Walidan. So your addition to the team, what type of advice you're going to give them? Because the way the North African play their game when they go for away game, type of tactics they're going to. They always play, and when they go uh, uh, in their home, frustrate you also. Which type of are you giving those type of advice to the player? Because this is not the first time. Because you have experience during your while and this, even the national team, the way Algerian approach. And what are you going to tell the young players? At least because we need this whole game to have a convincing way, and even we go there not to be frustrated. So I also trying to tell to
Of course, bro. I'm doing that every day. Speak with the players. And he's a coach who is open. We chat like an elder and younger brother. So he have his own, what I mean, way of how he want to approach, and he have a lot of message from other people who want to support the people who want to see us to success. They give him a lot of information through my experience because I have traveled in Algeria. I think 3 or 4 times. I think 3 or 4 times. So I know exactly, and they are coming to Gambia the first leg. So when they first come, it's gonna be something different when we are going. When we are going, we win, we don't win, they're gonna approach us in a different way, just to frustrate us. You understand? That's that advice. Of course, I have speak with all of the players. You understand? And the coach know that already. So and the other side is like we are going to concentrate too much on that because we have to concentrate in how we want to play, how we want to win. Those things we know it already. So we, as a coach and players, we know that already. So now what we're going to concentrate on now is how to win this game, and then finish with that, and then start to prepare how we're going to face them in Algeria. So if we concentrate more of how they're going to treat us, then the home game, it's like we are not prepared. So that's what I'm going to say. But we are prepared for that. We know that everyone knows that. Yeah.
Functionless. Yeah, so let me just ask these questions once and for all. Sohla, we are with you. You talked about the readiness of Fortune ahead of this encounter. The team, how prepared is the team? But how prepared are you as an experienced player that many will want to rely on you from your experience from club level to national level? Are you really prepared? To help Fortune, because we are talking about experience, and we talk about experience. We are counting on people like you. My second question is to Jane. You said the team that you're playing sign about 8 to 9 players, but what information on how much do you know your opponents come Saturday? Patrick, your generation in the team is too much. All of you are youth. What are you talking about among yourselves within the game, and what message will you have for Gambian fans? But let me start with Sohna. How prepared are you? I know Fortune is prepared. Are you prepared?
For me personally, I train hard even before joining Fortune. That's something I have to do if I take the decision to continue playing. And when I joined them, even before taking the decision to sign for Fortune, he have been watching me. You understand what I mean? He know exactly what he wants. He know exactly if I'm someone who's going to add something value on the team. Because he's not just going to welcome me just to say that it's Ibrahim Songa on the team. I like his personality about that. Because he saw that I can do the job. He saw that I can add experience, not only the experience, but at least to add a value, something extra that can, lift up the team. So that's how everything comes. So I don't just come with my name. I saw it in the training, and then everyday training, and then saw my experience. So then he welcomed me. So that's how. But I'm 100% prepared to add something with the indicator.
Jane, your opponent signed 9 players, but what other information do you know about them, and how are you going to approach them, knowing that you are playing North Africans who are very familiar foes when it comes to Gambia?
Yeah, when you play against North African teams, you always have to remember that they are very tricky. They have so many different ways of playing as well. So for Sativ, we knew that they play attacking football also, and also they score goals as well. A team that finished second in their league, if you can see, they lost 8 games, and despite that, they did well in the league, and they compete, with the top teams as well. And also, if you can see, in the last Continental Cup, they played against, big teams. So I have been following the way they play, the formations they use as well, and also when they go out, the tactics they normally apply, especially the type of formation in away games as well. Those things also, we have studied in the information that we gathered so far from them. And then for them coming to the Gambia as well, we also learned that some North African teams normally would what they do when they go for away games. They don't normally take all their players. They bring along players who are very physical players whom they give certain, tactical, instructions to try to see how best they can score an away goal. Also, they can, see how best they can have a goalless draw here. Understand, to frustrate the opponents as well until they get what they want. So all those things also we have gathered from them as well. So there are a lot of things that we want to put in place and then prepare for them. But as you already said, when you play against your opponent, you don't only have to rely on the information that you have. You also have to prepare yourself on the other side as well. So we have to give respect to them as well, and also to North African teams as well, because they have been playing here in the Gambia for a while in Continental Cup and also in my international games. So whenever you talk to people, they will tell you to prepare yourself, because the people normally gather a lot of information from these people, the way they play and the way they go with things. And then when you go away, they also normally bring on their good players when they kept away, not playing in the home matches as well. So there are a lot of things normally that we have to put in place. If at all we want to get the best out of this game, inshallah, on Saturday.
I'm sorry, has the management of Fortune been helpful to your preparation?
Oh, absolutely, 100% or more. You understand? Whoever knows Fortune knows that all that the performance, all the good things that Fortune is getting is a motivation from the management as well. You understand? So they are doing everything possible to do whatever we can to win this game. Registering alone Fortune in the International Cup and then preparing to spend your resources shows that the management is very helpful and also want to boost the morale of the players and then motivate them in one way or the other. To be frank enough, the survival of the club lies in the hands of the management of Fortune.
Thank you. So, Patrick. Okay, let me repeat my question again. Your generation in the team are many. You're all youngsters. What are you saying among yourselves concerning this game? Most of you will be appearing in the CAF Club competition for the first time. And what are you saying among yourselves?
No, most of us, we are all mates, we are age mates, we are all young players. We have been playing together for a long time now. So we used to have small meetings. We talk about the game, how we're going to approach the game. So that's it.
And what message will you have for Gambian fans? We know when you're playing with North Africans, we need the 12th player from the stands. What message will you have for Gambians?
Yeah, we want all Gambians to come out and support us on that very day and cheer us up, and give us courage to face the Algerians.
Okay.
Any questions?
Yeah, Patrick Sadio down here once again. Any sort of nervousness, I should say, among your team. There are some young players there. This is the first time of going into such a game like that. It could be a tough call for some of them. Will you admit that there are some who are a bit nervous going into Saturday against City?
No, I don't see something like that here. They are all calm and they are all ready. They are excited to play the game, so they are all calm.
Yes,
Yes, my question has to go to Ibrahim Sonna. A lot of Gambians have faith in Fortune since they won the league. A lot of Gambians have faith in Ibrahim Sonna because every Gambian who watched Sonna play knows that Sonna is absolutely that no-nonsense midfielder, that hard-tackling midfielder. And when you play against this Algerian side, most of them have these flyer players who are very tricky, who are very fast. And you expect to get that midfielder who will always be there to nullify the threat coming from the Algerians. Jane has a lot of faith in you. That's why he trusts you to be, of course, part of the team. You just said it. He doesn't only like your personality, but it's because of the job that you can do. Now that you're coming into the setup to face this Algerian side, who absolutely have tricky players, have been in the competition, get the experience, sign new players as it stated. At one point in time in the game, you might get to a difficult point where the coach is very much far away from the technical bench. You need somebody inside the pitch who will stand up to lift the spirits of the players. Will Sohna be ready to be that broader figure in the field of play when Fortune really needs someone to pick themselves up?
For me, that's me. I've been doing that for so long now in the national team, even in the 17, 20, and now senior national team. So I always do that because even not like when I'm in this age now, but I'm someone who is like I'm a team player. understand? So in the game, it's like you see your teammate. I mean, he's like relaxing. So I always try to give him that, kickback. You understand? I mean, to wake up. You understand? So I have to do more of that, especially this game. You understand? Because it's gonna be a lot of people, and he cannot do that job like shouting the 90 minutes. And even if he do it, some players will not hear it. And for me, through my experience, I have to see things quickly to fix it even before he reach to him. Or I see some things before I even give the information. I have to wait when we have the break, and then I have to run to him and to speak with him, and then he can decide. Then I give the information to the kids. So that I have to do 90 minutes. So for me personally, I don't have to sleep in that game. If I have the chance, because no one knows if I'm going to play. Because I mean, it's a squad, which is like everyone is giving 100% in the training. You know that? So it's a competition. This is what I like about Fortune. That's why you can see they win the league. Even if they have bad games in the league, but they are a team who is so, giving 100% the players. So, I'm going to do that through 90 minutes. If I have the chance.
All right. No question, right? So we can call it off here. Yes. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending our press conference. We want all of you to come and support us. We should not be journalists on that day. All of you will do that. You will come and support us. Yes. So thank you so very much for.
No, I'm not. I'm not.